Hello and good morning everyone. Today we will discuss what's going on in the global financial markets and all the complicated factors behind the movement will be explained to you in the simple way so you can also understand what exactly goes behind the movements in stock market and prices. If we look at the markets, then biggest factor right now that is moving the market is the trade talks between US and China. So we will explain you in the detail how they are impacting the market. But right now if we have to look, then they are doing very positively. And because of those factors, stock markets are seeing new high. If we look at the Indian markets, then Indian markets today have gained to their new levels and maybe potentially reach to new record highs. And as Nifty today touched 12,100 mark and Sensex also went above 4,100 mark. Beside this, if you talk about global markets, then Asian markets all are trading in green as Nikkei, the market of Japan, is up by 0.36%. And yesterday in US, all the markets from Dow, S&P 500, Nasdaq on an average gained around 0.2%, while European markets also gained higher yesterday as FTSE gained 0.09%. So if we move now to how trade talks are impacting the stock markets, we will explain you. See, stock market represents how much people are optimistic about the future. If people feel that if they invest in a particular company and that company performs well in the future, then they will start investing in the company. So if investors feel that all the businesses will perform great in the future, then there will be more buying and everyone will start putting more risk in the future. And when can it possible that all the companies are doing better? When whole economic situation is well. And economic situation depends on various factors. And right now, the major factor that is determining how global economy is moving, that is US-China trade talks. So that's why US-China trade talks are determining the global economy, which in turn are determining the stock market. So US and China are the biggest economy of the world, and since past 1.5 years they are involved in the trade war where they are imposing tariff on each other, and due to those tariffs there is a huge impact of not just economies of those two countries but whole global economy, and we all were fearing there can be a recession due to this reason. But now what has happened is both US and China have started discussing with each other that they want to finish this trade war, and on this there can be a deal soon. There won't be much progress in that deal, but one thing in that deal will be no additional tariff will be imposed, and at the same time it will set the path to decline the tariffs which were already imposed in the previous time. So that is being played in the market as markets feel that if this will happen, global economy will start reviving. And as we said, if global economy will start reviving, then all the businesses will start performing better. And when they will start performing better, that's why investors have started investing in all the stock market across the globe. In fact, markets like India are being witnessed high returns because when economy starts improving on global level, then developing countries like India, they are expected to increase at much faster rate than other countries. So that's why stock market investors want to invest in the countries like India. Hence we are seeing such a huge return in stock markets even in India and across the globe. So if we have to give you what's the latest update on US-China trade talks, then it was that yesterday the Chinese representative Liu He and US trade representative Robert Lighthizer and Steven Mnuchin had a trade talk with his Chinese counterpart, and they decided to finalize the deal and talk on the points which were becoming the concerns why deal was not signed till yet. And now it is being expected that very soon, by the end of the year, by the end this next month, the deal will be signed. And at the same time, Donald Trump was supposed to impose new tariff from 15th December. So there is high chance he won't impose now, and that's why also markets feel yes, economy won't become worse. So let's start investing in stock market and gain when those companies will perform better. Hence, stock prices are rising. Beside this, Donald Trump yesterday also gave a statement that he feels that the deal with them is very close or on the thoughts, but he also added a word of caution. See, in Hong Kong, there's a huge protests going on since quite some time because they want a new democracy in there, and Donald Trump has supported that democracy, which China did not like. But Donald Trump said that he wants to see China getting democrat, and at the same time he feels Chinese President Xi Jinping can actually make it happen, and he gave word of support also to Hong Kong and at the same time to Chinese President. So that can have some negative impact, but right now markets feel that this won't impact the US-China trade talks, hence no much harm is done. That's why markets are quite high, even though the economic data released from America was not that good. Now you might think that how economic data of America can be related to you, but well, it is related because America is the global center. So whatever happens in the economy of America has impact on whole global world, and that's why it's important to look at the how American economy has performed. So there was bit of concern as new home sales in America, which represents how much consumption was done by the people in buying new houses and big things, showed that there was bit of decline as it was not expected. At the same time, consumer confidence was also not that great in America, but that was not impacting the market much, as we feel that this might be current situation, but in the time ahead things might improve. And we have to tell you, stock market doesn't look at the things right now, they feel how things will happen in the future. If future looks better, so they focus more attention on that rather than current data. And that's why if you talk about even Indian situation, economy is down but stock markets are rising because they feel in times ahead markets will rise. So that's what we have for today. If you like this video, then click on like button. Don't forget to subscribe the channel, and for more videos and news related to commodities, share market and economy, stay with Market Times TV.
आपको अगर हमारा वीडियो पसंद आया है तो इसे लाइक करें, साथ ही YouTube चैनल को सब्सक्राइब कीजिए और मोर अपडेट्स जानने के लिए बेल आइकन को दबाना न भूलें।